Have you ever put yourself in a ridiculous situation
dude.
to get a woman hooked? If your answer to this question is yes, you should watch this video until the end as soon as possible. Women never get attached to men who put themselves in ridiculous situations. As a man, you must be a man who is difficult to get for the woman you want and who will not be easily influenced by simple things. You are in an exemplary environment. It does not matter whether it is a cafe or a bar. You have a close friend next to you and you look at the two women in front of you. When you go to women and make a joke that will humiliate your friend so that the women will laugh, it will be quite ridiculous. Instead, you should speak confidently, looking directly into the woman's eyes, in order to attract that woman who interests you directly. If you have caught the woman's attention, it is time to implement the things that will bind that woman to you. Don't forget to join us before I start what I will tell you. Understanding the female desire. This is one of the first things you need to learn before learning how to tie a woman to you. Understanding female nature. What do women like? What don't women like? We must learn these first. Women stay away from confused men. Your behavior and thoughts must always be clear, so you have to be mature. This is one of the reasons why women often date older men. They are attracted to men who have reached a certain maturity and know what they want. Second, we know that women are inherently more likely to like men who are leaders. You can use it, but you know you can't achieve it simply in one day. It will take time because you will have to learn to be a leader. Women want to be understood. In order to bind the woman next to you to you need to understand her and meet her need for attention, but do not exaggerate the interest. You know what happened next. You should be someone who can easily suggest a solution in a critical situation or resolve a situation without difficulty. The importance you give to yourself. Do you care about yourself and your life? Do you give enough? This is important. A man who cares about himself is a man who also cares about those around him. If you care about your life, it means you have an orderly and good life. This is enough to attract the attention of women. Before a woman enters your life, she first wants to know how you live, what you do, and your daily routine. And if you don't have a life as she expects, you will be unimportant to the woman. So give importance to yourself first and shape your life. The rest will come naturally. Sexual market value. We haven't talked about the red pill before, but it would be wrong to try to fit it into a certain mold. Although sexual market value is bad for women, it is satisfying for men. So what is this sexual market value? It is a measure of quality and desirability by the opposite sex. There are many ways for men to increase their value in this market. There are two things that affect the sexual market value of women: beauty and age. If a woman is in her late 20s, she starts to lose her beauty. For men, this is completely different. We are in the part that becomes more valuable as we get older. While the first parts of men's 20s are quite calm, as the 30s approach, our sexual market value increases because the career we achieve, the culture we acquire, our education, and the money we earn are the parts that women care about. But there is also the thing that if you are a beta male, this will be a little difficult for you because the alpha males will always be ahead of you. Then let's move on to our next topic. Be alpha. Bring out the alpha within. This will take time, but we will get through this together. Let me briefly explain what an alpha male is. I will explain without going into psychological and scientific terms. Think of wolves. Wolves live in packs. As humans, we live in community. Essentially, our goal is the same: to eat, shelter, and reproduce, and maintaining it. Alphas have authority over other members of the pack within the pack and provide task sharing to the entire group. Alpha provides protection against external and internal threats to keep the pack alive. In short, you need to show that you will keep your woman safe, always protect her, and provide her with something. Being an alpha is not about being a handsome man. It is enough to be well-groomed. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, you need to be a leader, whether in your relationships with friends or for the woman who will be your partner. You need to get your life in order and make your woman feel self-confident. Always be positive and learn not to be afraid of anything. We men have to be positive around us no matter how hard we struggle. Being a man requires this. Be a man. Take care of your clothing. Although you should pay attention to what I say, getting your clothing in order is one of the things that will end this issue. Always try to dress well. Wherever you go, whatever you do, make sure you're the best dressed person in the room. Draw attention to yourself. No one will even look at a poorly dressed person, so create a clothing style that will attract people's attention. Hairstyle. If you are not happy with your hair, I will give you a few tips to make your hair healthy and shiny. These tips are not that special. Try to wash your hair with cold water. You will feel the difference after a few washes. Hair does not like hot water. Try to eat a balanced diet. A balanced diet is important not only for body health, but also for hair health. Increase your consumption of vegetables and fruits. Do not miss carrots, fish, spinach, and eggs from your meals. Dry your hair properly and find yourself a hairstyle. Don't continue your life with a classic cut. Have a style and let it reflect your personality.